Hello, once again. So, this is actually just spontaneous, because usually I have like a theme or stuff I want to talk about, but right now I just felt like, yeah, I'll just do a small one. So, this one is kind of like a motivational speak, I guess. Just be yourself. Just be complacent with the thought that you can't change the perspective of anyone in the world that they have about you. The only thing you can do is change your perspective of yourself. You can change yourself and how you look at yourself, which in turn will make a reality shift, and then the world will also see you in a different light. Also, just drink some more water or some tea. I'm drinking tea right now. This is French cassis. I don't know if you say it the same way in English, but that's how it's called here. No sugar, no honey, nothing. I usually always drank with sugar, but then, well, at some point I think you just realize sugar is not good for you. Like, it's not healthy. We all know that. I mean, almost no one wants to accept that, but we all know that. I didn't want to accept that back then either. But it's also just not good for your mental, because you are like training your body to want sugar, and then drinking more sugar, eating more sugar gives you a little bit of dopamine, which makes it addictive. And as we all know, everything can be an addiction, and every addiction is bad for you mentally and physically. Not every addiction, I would say, because there's stuff like people get addicted to deep breathing. I know this sounds insane, but that happens. People get addicted to training, to physical exercise, which is not always a bad thing in my eyes. Of course, like, by how the word actually works, like, addiction means that you are doing something too much. You are oversaturated with something, and you keep doing it because it gives you euphoria, dopamine, whatever. I think one of the most unhealthy addictions, which many people don't want to work on, is addiction to social media and to short-sighted content, stuff like TikTok. I'm actually one of the few people that literally never even used TikTok. Many tried to tell me go and use it, and I just no. I said I won't. I promised myself I won't. Since I always want to be honest, for one crypto project I actually did start a TikTok account, went on it, liked the site for the project, and then deleted it afterwards. And not just the app itself, but like I deleted the whole account, because I don't want the Chinese government to be officially allowed to use all my data. Because that is what TikTok is allowed to do. You should probably read through that. Since I am on this theme, did you realize that TikTok, the app itself, in China works completely different with the algorithm than in every other country around the world? In China, they push content that sees successful youth, that sees creative stuff like playing violin, like being really good at piano, stuff like this, and their sports tournament and winners and stuff like this. And well, our algorithm here, and as much as I've seen also in stuff in countries like America and also Australia and stuff, it's pushing very different stuff. Little girls dancing like fucking under 16 years old, jumping and dancing to show their bodies off. That's just, what the fuck? I know there's other kids that age, but that shit is being pushed to the whole world. And there's parents that don't even realize this, and then when they do realize and try to be like, oh, what are you doing? The child has gotten so addicted to that positive feedback it's getting on social media that it will just do it without the parents allowing it. Like, this is what our modern social media does to you. It gets you addicted to positive feedback which the people are giving to you empty-handed. Like, there's nothing behind this. Do you honestly think that most of the comments and likes are like honest? Because if I do an honest compliment to someone on social media, I will directly message them and tell them a unique compliment, because it's an honest compliment. Yeah, just something to think about. So, just a short one. Yes, today is Tuesday right now. That is actually why I'm wearing this color. This is like, yes, it's an orange, but it's very close to Sindur, and Sindur is well, it's the holy color of Hanuman in the Hinduistic side, or like in India itself, you will find a lot of Sindur, and Sindur is like an orange, like a very bright orange, and it's usually like connected to Hanuman. Hanuman is, you've probably seen depictions of him, and if you don't know his name, Hanuman is that monkey god in the Hinduistic belief. Fun fact for that, Hanuman is the only god that was actually transformed into a monkey. It was like a curse, and then he, as much as I know, I didn't read all these texts, okay? I've mostly just listened to people tell me the stories and stuff, and so I can't really phrase anything from that, but as much as I know, there's like the story of him being then stuck in the jungle, and he didn't want to be that, so he just kept on meditating, he kept on working on himself, and somehow he then became this, like a mixture between a god and a monkey and a human, and he's supposed to be like the most powerful, like physically powerful god there is, and also the most loyal and like most faithful one. And I just really like that story. Like, there's also the story that when, like, he I don't remember for which god this was, but I think it was for a female goddess, and he was told that she would die if he doesn't get this one little flower as like a medicine for her. And this flower only grows on that mountain, and like it's a whole mountain, and he has only like very short time very little time. And the story goes like this, that instead of searching for the flower, Hanuman took the whole mountain and brought it to her. And then with that, he saved her, you know. It's an insane story, and you can still see depictions in like Hinduistic temples of Hanuman holding out a hand with like a mountain on it. And I just think it's very cool. So yeah, just some small side info. Okay, yeah, as you see, I'm not really talking anything special today, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy your Tuesday. And I also hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I wish you much love, much understanding from the outside world. And also wish you a lot of perspective. And yeah. I'll see you next time. Namaste.